Hi guys, I want to do a quick video update on this Rastar conversion, and I've been getting quite a lot of questions on how this is being rebuilt and what are the things I use to make this to do this conversion and to make it look like this, and how all the lights function, how the RC stuff is being connected and all. So I just want to do this quick video to kind of run through some of the things with you guys, and just to show you what I've done. Now I want to have a quick disclaimer that if you haven't done any sort of RC conversion, or if you do not know the basics of RC components and how, for example, and how to bind a hobby grade controller with a receiver, and what's a ESC, what's a steering servo. If you do not know what those things are, then this might not be the right video for you, because you need to know those basics first, right? If you haven't done any sort of conversion before, then you might need to learn those things out before you look further into this video. Okay, but for those of you who have some sort of basic RC hobby grade knowledge, then this might make more sense to you. Okay, so today I've took this car out, I've opened it apart, and I basically wanted to change my remote control, because I was using a stick FlySky i6s as a remote, and I wanted a pistol grip remote, you know, something like this. So I wanted a pistol grip remote so that it's easier to drive, right? So I swap out the previous remote, and I thought, you know, while I'm doing this, I kind of have a video to run through with you what is inside this car. Okay, so if we open this up, you can see there's a heck of a lot of wires going on. There's a lot of stuff going on the inside. I'll see if I can run through everything bit by bit. Where do I start? Okay, so first of all, we start with the power supply. I've kept the original battery box in here, so it still runs on 5 AA batteries. So the batteries supply power to the ESC. Now this is probably a 10 or 20 ESC, which is then connected to a 6-channel receiver. Now this is the Dumbo RC receiver, 6 channels, and this basically controls a steering servo underneath this plastic cover here. So if I were to turn the wheels, you can actually, you know, maybe see the servo working in there. Okay, and so channel 1 is the steering, channel 2 is the throttle. Okay, channel 3, 4 and 5 basically controls the lights and the sirens. I have a speaker as well underneath the hood, as you can see here, right? And I have plenty of LEDs just lighting the front lights up, and some couple of blinker lights as well, just so you get the police blinking lights going on. As you can see, I had some fiber optics running through the entire car, and that kind of gives the effect of the lights, right? I have a GT Power sound unit which I remap and reprogram to have the police sounds. If you see from my previous videos, I have remapped the sounds of this GT Power sound system card, and it has custom made police sounds. I have two of these GT Power kind of blinking lights units running in here. This is one here. This one runs the back lights, so it runs this tiny lights at the back, and it runs the tiny blinking lights at the front. Okay, and I have another unit here up front that basically supplies power to the blinking lights at the top, at the front grills. If you can see the front grills blinking, so that is powered from this unit. I have a separate channel just powering the top lights, this one. Okay, so I have a separate channel which I can kind of switch the light patterns, right, from the remote, and I can play around with this. I can turn it off as well. Well, actually I do have controls for all the other lights as well. You can see the blinking lights, and turn it off and turn it on. And I can make it blink. Yeah, so there is basically all the controls I need. You can kind of see the back has blinking lights as well. Yeah. So in general, I think it's, if you again know the basics, RC basics, it runs on an ESC connected to a receiver, connected to a soundboard, and the rest of the channels are basically running additional lights. Okay, additional lights to the unit. That's pretty much it. Additional blinker units just to make the light blinks, and yeah, I need to do some wire management, but basically in a nutshell, this is how it works. I want to keep as much detail as possible. I do not want to rip any of the internal details off, and I want to keep the car running and functioning as intended. Everything still works. Suspension still works. Original suspension still works. Okay, I'll try to put this together, maybe put another running video for you guys. Okay, I hope this answers some of your questions. Again, some of you were asking me on my YouTube page. I hope this answers some of the questions. Okay, thank you and happy trying.